This is going to be a quick and dirty video on how to splice a VHS tape, because I just had one that broke in my machine because the prior person that tried to splice it didn't know what the hell they were doing, and it's lucky they didn't take out the heads on my playback machine. Let's check it out. I don't know about you guys, but I really hate it when this happens. So this is a client's tape that I'm archiving over to DVD, and of course I run the tape through the machine to time it because I don't know whether it's a 2-hour tape or a 6-hour tape. Crazy people would record their home movies, their home videos in the EP speed and just get wonderful quality that is going to be even that much worse when converted to digital. But I always run the tape through the machine and see how long the tape is. And in this case, the tape snapped on rewind, and I have to fix it before I can use it. So this is how you go about fixing a tape quickly. Remove the 5 screws. Depress the lock button so you can flip open the lid and then open the tape just like that. And we get access to the tape that broke. Oh, look at this. What happened here? Isn't that interesting? So what looks like what happened is it may not have, well, I mean, it didn't break from the leader, but look at this. There's something on this tape which indicates that this tape may have been spliced. What happened? It almost looks like there was something stuck on this tape, or what is this? Was this tape spliced before? And did somebody splice it on the front side of the tape? That would explain why it snapped on rewind. But we're going to fix this, and I'm going to splice it back to the leader because we really haven't lost that much. We've lost not even the opening of the program. So we're going to splice it back to the leader. That way I don't have to worry about any adhesive tape hitting the heads on my machine and damaging them. So we'll first cut the tape. So we'll just cut it flush, and the same goes on the leader side here. We'll just make sure we cut it just like that. Don't have to be that accurate. There are special splicing tapes available, but really not necessary. Just regular ordinary tape. Throw some regular ordinary scotch tape across the back here. Lay your tape onto the splice, and then it's the back side that you need to stick on. I'm going to do a little bit of an overlap here. Now you can do this if you want to do it more precisely. Use a razor blade or something. Just make sure that there's no adhesive that's exposed. Stick your tape piece on and then trim. And it doesn't even matter if I'm that level, because I'm going to cut it into it a bit so that there's no adhesive that's going to be exposed on either side. Again, this is just the leader that's being spliced on. This will never make it as far as the heads go. It'll stop long before that. And we'll do the same on this side over here. We'll just trim into it a little bit just to make sure that there's no adhesive that is going to contaminate anything. Just going to trim this top piece off just a little bit more here, just to make sure that that little bit that's sticking up is gone. There we go. Okay, that is now repaired, and then I can just wind the tape back in. Make sure I'm going around the guides. This is how cheap VHS tapes got, getting closer to the end. This would have been recorded around 2000, because I think I saw the date on here. This was like around 2001, and this shows how cheap video cassettes had gotten, because I remember when there used to be a metal roller here and a metal roller there, or a metal guide there and over here. Now looking over at this tape, when I pull this again, oh my god, this has already been spliced. This is what's happened. Look, I have to cut some more off. Somebody already spliced this before, and it was a splice that let go. There's another splice here which I got to take off. That's how somebody else spliced it. Look at that. Then that would have made contact with the heads. That was a splice looking to do some damage. I won't be surprised if I go to play this tape back and find that my heads are contaminated. So now I have to do this a second time, just because you know, the first time isn't going to be any good because there was another splice further down. I wonder if there's any more splices on this tape. But we'll do this again. That was an example of how not to splice a tape, how the last person did it. My tape is a little bit gummed up. Now, normally you would use proper splicing tape to do this job. Scotch tape is fine if you're only going to play the tape once, which is all that I'm going to play this is once to recover it, and then this tape will probably never see the light of day again. So I'm just going to use Scotch tape again. I'm going to stick it to the back of my leader and then take the other tape and make sure it's overlapping so that there's no adhesive that's going to show through. And then again, we'll do this a second time. We will trim it down a bit. Make sure that there's no adhesive. And now once again, drop the reel in, release the reel lock, and move the tape forward a little bit. Now we can close the cover just like that and put the screws back in it. And then this tape is ready for that one last play to digitize. There you go. That's how you splice a VHS tape. Thanks for watching.